Hey folks, welcome to Black Cross Gameplay. Today's game, we are finally diving into the beginning of Dark Souls. In other words, Dark Souls. For it being redundant. Sorry for being redundant. Anyway, so, like I've said before, I'm going to be playing Dark Souls. Even though I have played it before, but I have not technically played I hadn't played the DLC of Dark Souls. So, in other words, by the time I get done with partially the main quest, I don't know how far into the game I can be before I can go ahead and take on that quest. But I do believe so long as you defeat the serpent in Darkwood, and so long as you defeat the crystal beast, which I'll show throughout the playthrough, if you defeat those two, that gives you access to enter in the quests, the downloadable content quests. And I'm kind of nervous on two occasions. One, I've never really played the DLC, so in other words, it's going to be completely new to me. So in other words, you'll get a first-time reaction of it. Second of all, while I have played this before, it is still From Software's work. It is still From Software. So in other words, I will die multiple times. So guess what? The counter's back. I didn't do a counter for Final Fantasy Type 0, much less The Last of Us, mostly because of the fact that, number one, it was getting harder to keep count of the deaths, and number two, I didn't die that many, so obviously there was no reason to keep up with the deaths until towards the end of The Last of Us. I did die quite a bit, but regardless though, the death count is back, and you're going to be seeing my face, so this is going to be the first official video other than my 100th video special, where you actually get to see my face, which is actually pretty interesting. So, oh gosh, I hate this. Regardless, though, we're going to go on ahead and start Dark Souls on a brand new playthrough. So, let's go on ahead and come up with our character name. As to be expected, it's going to be Black Cross. Black Cross, we'll call him Black Cross the Third. Or Black Cross 3. Mostly because of the fact that since we're going to be tackling the other two games, this is going to be the third Black Cross. And since technically Black Cross has been in Bloodborne, I might as well just go ahead and give it a number. Why not, right? Right. So, that's my name. Sex, obviously male. Class? I may just have to be the sorcerer in this case, because the last time I played this game, whenever I first played it, I thought to myself, if I played as a knight, I'm going to have a terrible start. But a sorcerer, because I read reviews on how to start Dark Souls, the sorcerer class, you basically are given a handicap, basically. While you may have that short dagger, you will be given the ability to cast magic when you attain your staff, being that of the, forgot what it's called, but the Soul something. I think it's Soul Wave, or Soul... It's not Soul Spear, that much I know. But it's the type of magic that basically hones on the enemy. So, obviously, I can do that. But I want something that has high dexterity, which is basically your... well, dexterity is basically your weapons. More or less your endurance, which basically is your equipment load. And the only one that has high enough one is the bandit, from the way it looks. But I don't think the bandit is going to be that good of a character to start with. I mean, mostly because he has an axe, but that's beside the point. It's going to be a rough start, but I'm going to play as a sorcerer anyway, because it's going to be a good start. Now, as for gifts, a lot of Let's Players will tell you right off the bat, you need to get the Master Key. And even I'm going to be one to tell you that, because it will make for an easy playthrough on multiple occasions. The main one, you can skip the downward pit of hell of Blanktown. Seriously, you can skip that whole part. Well, not the whole part, but partially of it anyway. At least get past the hellish part. So we're going to go for the Master Key. Physics, we'll just stick with average. And face, Really the face doesn't really matter, mostly because it will be covered up anyway with a helm. But... Curly. No, not Curly. Mo. Let's see here. Let's just go with that one. And then color, the dark purple is kind of interesting. Like I said, I'm not too into the character creation at the moment, mostly because he will be covered up for the most part. I'll enjoy the purple for the time being. Okay. Excuse me. Think that should do it. Okay. So, while the cutscene gets started, you can either enjoy the cutscene or you can enjoy me talking to you, because really the lore, everyone basically knows the lore. Basically, you play as this character who has become hollow, like everything else in the world. But for some reason, you have a bigger purpose in that world, in which case you end up having the ability to go out and travel into the world of Londo, which is basically the world of fire. And your main goal is to basically rekindle the flame. To do this, you have to first attain the 7 boss souls, the 4 kings, the Witch Quelaag, Seat the Scaleless, as well as Gravelord Nito, which are all the 7 bosses that you need in order to enter in the doorway that leads into King Gwyn's cavern. Defeat King Gwyn, and you can either choose one of the 2 endings. You can either choose to relit the flame, or you can choose to let darkness conquer into its wake. And, oh gosh, I forgot how cool this looks. I really have. Yeah, but, it's kind of funny because most people probably say, since technically Bloodborne is harder, this one might not be so bad. But I have my doubts, mostly because of 2 reasons. One of them, you have the fact that the enemies are a lot faster in that one. So in other words, the main character itself has to be faster. That means that the whole game's speed has actually been increased by a certain amount. And you have a better chance of not only dodging, but you also have a better chance of attacking. Now, while that may be the case, there's one small one small thing that most people don't realize, and that's the fact that the game is actually a little bit easier in Bloodborne, mostly because you don't have to deal with equipment weight load. The equipment weight load is what kills in Dark Souls. If you have a very high limit of equipment, basically if your equipment is heavy, you are going to be slow. I mean, your run is going to be basically like a light jog, barely doing anything, and you need to have the least amount of equipment load in order to do the significant job of dodging. If you have a heavy enough load, that armor is not going to protect you very long. In fact, the enemies will kill you fairly quickly. But, yeah, I mean, I have played this before, but I'm going to go ahead and just play it, mostly because I haven't played the DLC. But I figure it'd be interesting just to kind of show people what kind of character I create. It's kind of interesting. I mean, I'll try showing you a picture of what it looks like last time that I played it. But this time around, I'm going to try to play it... this time I decided to play it differently. I mean, obviously the same style applies, but probably a different equipment, probably I say, because of the DLC. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll just go ahead and skip this for the time being. Oh, and also, too, the good thing is, unlike last time, this time I have better internet. So in other words, I can actually start to get involved with the online community. In other words, I can either get help, or I can get invaded, or I can do the invading or do the helping on the sideline. So this is going to be an interesting playthrough because last time I had very limited invades. The invade that I had one time, I was laggy to him, so obviously he was able to kill me with a single shot. Obviously, of course, go figure, right? You know, backstab me and then just leave me to die. On the other hand, though, whenever I had that sucky internet, I was able to have people help me, not once, but actually 3 separate times, and they were both really, really good, and they were really fun. I mean, seriously, it was incredible. Excuse me. Also, too, I have my flask. People are going to get that joke, aren't they? They had to. The completionist was the one who mentioned it, which makes sense. Okay, so the Northern Undead Asylum. So we now have the dungeon key, and we're going to try to get out of here. Now, technically, yeah. Yeah, it's been a while since I played this. It plays a lot different than Bloodborne, people think. It plays slightly different, so it's going to take a while to get used to the gameplay mechanics again. That, and it's been a while since I played Bloodborne, so obviously I'm not going to be as good, probably. More or less, I'm going to be sucky. There we go. Okay. Getting a little bit of souls. That was my main agenda, was to try to get as much souls as I can. Now I gotta figure out how to run. I forgot how to run. That's the long attack. Okay, the bonfire has now been lit. That's my left-hand jab. That's double hand. There we go, there's running. Okay, yeah. Been a while since I played, so, alrighty. Also, too, I will be showing a few hints here and there. Like, for example, before you proceed on, boss is right above your ass. Really, it is. It's really above your ass. And the funny thing is, when I read, this, oh, that's from, okay. But anyway, when I last played it, I saw that, and then all of a sudden that thing showed up out of nowhere. Freaking the, ah, shit. Yeah, I'm gonna die. Ah! Well, we're already getting to a perfect start. Death already. That, oh gosh, that was terrible. That was terrible. That was terrible. I should not have goofed around. But yeah, on my first playthrough, wait, I thought oh, well, whatever. There will be a lot of fast forwarding, obviously, which is to be expected from the playthroughs that I've made. In my last playthrough, whenever I played Dark Souls, when I saw that message, it said beware, and or what was it? I forgot what it said now. Go ahead and rest here for a second. That way, I can be sure to have a checkpoint here. But whenever I had left, whenever I had huh, interesting. Anyway, though, let's just go ahead and run, and not act like a bunch of... Head to this way, to where we're safe. There we go. But yeah, the funny thing was that whenever I first started playing the game, I was trying to figure out how to beat him, and then I was like, what the hell am I doing wrong? And then all of a sudden I was like, oh, run to the door, and then the gate locked itself. And I was like, okay, well, now it makes sense. So anyway, get your shield, right? Makes sense. Because there's an archer there. And there's also a small thing here. Well, there's that. But there was something else. Forgot what all there was. Oh yeah, change equipment. What am I doing? Is that even right? Yeah, it's right. Okay. And you can do this to hold your shield up. Helps out pretty well if you think. Now to change daggers. Obviously that's the backhand. I never was good at the counteract in this playthrough. I never was able to do a backstab. But regardless though, it's going to be pretty interesting. I mean, maybe my gameplay has improved to where I can actually do a backstab. Who knows, right? Right. I mean, obviously now that we have a weapon, but, I'm gonna clutterfuck here. Dodge that! Because I'm not an idiot. I'm gonna go ahead and take out this enemy real quickly, because he's gonna be a pain. Like I say, he's gonna be a pain. But there's that guy now. But anyway, let's go back here and see what it opens up, because someone's on the verge of death. Poor guy.
Oh, you. You're no hollow.
Nope, not yet.
I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon. Now, we lost my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I were both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Sure, why not?
Regrettably, I have failed on my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now I know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one more thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Yep.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to hurry you after death. So go now. And thank you.
Yeah. But we'll be back to take care of him. Don't you worry about that. Wait. That was a weird sound. Oh wow, he did die. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously he did die, but I wasn't expecting him to. Okay, I think this is where the staff comes in. Yep. Actually, no, let's just take care of this guy first. There, now that takes care of you. Now we can go ahead and change our... No, we gotta deal with you first. There we go. Any more? Okay. Like I said, it's been a while since I played this, so I probably forgot a few things. But not a lot. So... Yep. Take care of you real quickly. A slash here and a slash there. And there's one more enemy that we can go ahead and kill. Like I said, it's a little bit easier than it is in Bloodborne because of the fact that the enemies and you are both slower. So as to be expected. Oh, you little bitch, you. There. There we go. Alright then. Now then, the cool part is that when you go through here, if you're quick enough and you jump downward, you can actually do some immense damage. So let's just go ahead and try doing that. Perfect start. Ouch. Okay, I need to figure out how to do Estus Flax. How do I do an Estus Flax? Okay, that's how. Yeah, it's been a while since I played. This is gonna suck. Go ahead and try to do your booty slash, or booty butt slash, whatever it's called. I have been out of practice. Okay, now I'm getting it. Yeah, this is why I want to go ahead and get started on Dark Souls, because I may suck at it. There we go. Getting good so far. Just don't get cocky. Last thing you want to do is get cocky. This is why I like my spear. I can't have a long enough reach! Okay, come on, let's finish this guy off. That hurts. Go ahead and get an Estus Black in me just in case. So far so good, we're not dying. That didn't actually hit me as hard. I need to remember to go ahead and pull up the shield, but I'm afraid that if I do that, I'll die. He's almost down. And he's down! Yes. I don't know if I should count that as the first official boss kill or not, but just to be record, I'll just go ahead and count him as the first boss. And we got a humanity too, cool. Now we can go ahead and venture into the unknown. And I know about the bird thing, but I never was able to get it to work for me. Plus, he never really had anything that I was interested in anyway, so doesn't matter. We'll just go on and head forward.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead should be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
Known as Lando. If you could change your fate, would ya? There's gonna be a lot of references. I can done see this playthrough. Also, my allergies are very active, so if you're wondering why I sound different, it's because of my allergies, so do beg pardon. Actually, to be honest, I think this playthrough will be better than my first one that I played. Number one, I am doing a Let's Play of it, and second of all, I have played it before, so I know what I'm doing. So anyway, let's just go ahead, see what I want to level up. Can't remember what the spear requires, but I'm going to go ahead and level up those things first. Because something tells me I will need those. But for my character, I'm only going to level up Vitality, Endurance, Strength, Dexterity, and Intelligence. Mostly because I'm going to be using magic as well as physical attack only. Not going to be using any miracles. Because I never did use miracles, so to be honest, it's completely useless on my behalf. Anyway, though, and there's this guy right here that we can talk to if we want to.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are actually 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church.
That's going to be our first destination.
The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town.
Hell itself.
And something happened. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on. But I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Pretty much, yeah. And there's another guy up here, which, not really a big deal anyway, but he does give you like a little gesture. Also, too, you can purchase miracles from him, but...
Hello there. Hello, I realize, but I'm here. No.
Don't really know what the copper coins do.
Oh, I have to await. So what it would that? Very well.
There was no covenant that I joined, so...
Now let me.
Learn gesture. Doesn't really have anything in terms of what you would want, so... At least for my class.
Come again. The effectiveness of the...
Sorry, don't mean to be rude, but... Need to figure out how to do... Yeah, okay. Been a while since I played, so... That and I'm used to the gamepad. I'm not so used to everything else. Gosh, it's been a while since I played the PlayStation 3. It's gonna feel weird whenever I play the PlayStation 2, for that matter. We got 3 humanity that we can use if we want to. Do I want to be human? Nah, it's too early to be human at the moment. Mostly because I can't really, I say I have to meet up with Solaris before I can actually say that, before I can actually, summon anybody. So, obviously, it'll be a while. You little bastard, you. I hate that. Oh well. There we go. Now let's take care of this bomb throwing guy first before we do anything stupid. Whoa, someone was there. There we go. Okay, let's go ahead and grab these little spoils. I know there's an item there, but I'm not gonna risk that jump. At least not yet, anyway. Yet. Come on down here now. There we go. That shadow's a little bit creepy there. Okay, so there's one more over here. Got a lot of souls, but I'm going to try saving them as much as I can in case I need them. Wait, did that rat disappear? He fucking disappeared. But yeah, since we're now in, we have online access now, a better internet source, we can actually do a lot of things now, so that's going to be cool. Dead end. Enemy ahead. Good luck. These guys ain't too awful bad. Pretty easy to take care of, actually, so we won't worry too much about them. Take care of you first. No, you don't. I know what you're capable of. You're gonna throw me off, weren't you? Sorry, not gonna happen today. I don't think there's anything important here, so we'll just continue forward. I think there's an item here, yeah. Like I said, a lot of souls, so I won't use them unless I absolutely have to. But it doesn't help just to have a little bit of souls here and there. Yeah, they're the bane at my assistance. Still remember how much of a pain he was. I was able to beat him one time, but that was a long time ago. I think I better be careful. That archer could be a potential threat. No, you don't. Gosh, that was brutal right there. That was very brutal. Let's take care of this archer first real quickly before I die to his douchery. There. I can't take this. Well, it's gonna be a long-ass journey for you, bud. Let's see. I knew there was an item. That will actually be better, so let's just go ahead and take a look here. It's a little bit heavier, so we'll just hang on to what we've got. And there's technically a guy right here that we can... Let's just go ahead and take care of these guys first. There we go. Okay. And I think there's an axe wielder here. Yeah, there is. There we go. Didn't take long, did it? Can't wait to have my spear back. Oh, it's gonna be a long start. You can talk to this guy to get your startup equipment. He's pretty funny, though. You'll need this. Oops.
Thank you kindly.
Like I said, he's a weird character. Let's just go ahead and use some of our souls. Oh, I have him equipped. What am I doing? That'll help now.
Oh, I hope you...
Yeah, I've got more souls. Wish I had the repair box. It's gonna be a while before I attain that one. There's a spear, but I want the halberd better.
Oh,
Like I said,
thank you.
no problem. It's gonna be a long start for me, though. It will be. But, regardless, though, we're gonna go ahead and start on this bonfire, and then we're gonna end the episode from there. So... we now officially have it lit. So, yeah. So, until the next episode, the next one, I think his name is Forgot what type of demon he is, but I forgot. But the next episode we will tackle another boss, as well as a few little things here and there. So thank you so much for watching, and come on, how? Okay, there we go. Okay, I'll catch you later. Again, this is gonna be rough. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, Black Cross signing off. Take care, guys.